let's talk about it. You broke your tooth.
Let's talk about it, yeah.
Riding your bikes.
I actually broke 2 teeth.
And you're delivering newspapers like a little newsie?
No, I was actually trying to bring this little alien to his home planet before the government. That's how I felt. I was up in the sky because he could actually make us rise up. And I got a little scared. I went, E.T. Ah! And then I fell down to earth.
That's a wickedly different movie. That's a wickedly different movie.
Yeah.
E.T. dies
E.T.
of
dies.
face plates.
Ah!
It's time to get wild.
That was wild.
Mike's so big you can't even see him missing a tooth. I'll say it again once we're recording.
No, we're recording. That was in. That's
okay, just
going
clip it in.
Just clip it in. Let's do our thumbnail poses now.
Okay.
Okay, like you smiling, like, and then I'm gonna be like the angry, like. Ah,
Oh yeah, wait. I should be like this.
No, I don't like this. I don't like this.
That's been mine and Jackson's. Like all week, we've just been walking around with his mom, and people are glaring at him like, "You son of a
You
bitch.
son of a bitch.
You son of a
You
bitch.
motherfucker. Let me get him."
Hey!
She's just handing you like women shelter brochures.
Yeah,
under the
everyone's
table.
like, "Go like this."
Oh yeah, that's the international
yeah.
sign, right?
Yeah. I have to be like, "No, I just fell off my bike."
So I'll be doing this in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to That Was Wild. I'm Adam Macias, and this episode is going to be wild. This is a show where we celebrate the wild sides of life. And this show is going to be very wild. Speaking of wild, we're going to be talking about how people are just freaking angry these days, yelling at our government. What's going on with our government? People are so mad about it. Also, we might be talking about how the influencer exposed a cheating boyfriend in South by Southwest, but there's also a twist. Plus a sick-ass dude that's stopping by who's doing some karate in the park. But all that and so much more, this episode is going to be wild. But before we get all to that, we're going to talk to our guest today. She's sitting very prim and proper. She's very tight-lipped. She's typically so tight-lipped.
Ooh, yeah, I keep all my secrets when I come to this show.
She's famously tight-lipped on the show. Hey, everybody, it's Claire Jolliffe. What's going on, Claire?
Well, wouldn't you know it, Adam? I fell off my bike last week.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You when you joke about you being a young girl, I know. You've never sounded younger in your life. You're really committing to the bit.
I really said I want to play young. I'm sick of my agent sending me out for mom roles. I'm ready to go back to being a kid.
When you say play young, you're literally playing like a young girl.
Yeah, like a young girl. I'm just riding on my bike, and then I'm like,
you got a little tap.
Oh my goodness.
My
shirt came completely unbuttoned while I was talking about being a little girl.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
You're
just
already
cut that out.
You're already exposing the pedophilia on the internet.
Yeah. Okay. If you got off to that, that's disgusting.
You freaks. Okay, so you fell off you're missing a toofers.
Yeah.
You got missing a toofies.
Zoom in on that.
You got a little we're zoomed in.
Yeah. Bruise on my chin.
And you got a bruise on your chin.
Cut on my nose.
Oh my gosh.
And oh no, I broke my elbow too. But it's just a hairline fracture.
And hairline fracture. I got a hairline fracture on my hand, on both my hands actually.
Why are they called hairlines when there's so little hair there?
Fair. Not unless you're Armenian, then you got hair everywhere.
Oh my God, Jesus, Adam. Not while we're so close to Glendale. I'm not making jokes. I'm not touching that.
Yeah, well, we got Egyptians coming up later on the show. Hairline fracture. That's a very minor fracture. I had to get a cast on mine, but you not on your elbow.
They said we don't want to cover up a single inch of you, baby. you look too good.
Is it that or you don't have insurance? Is it which one is it?
Well, wouldn't you know? I actually do have insurance. Okay, I actually have the free California insurance.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you very much.
I rely on the kindness of strangers.
That's exactly what it is.
I love that. AKA socialism at its finest.
Socialism at its finest. Yep.
Well, let's talk about it. You broke your tooth.
Let's talk about it. Yeah.
Riding your bikes.
I actually broke two teeth.
And you're delivering newspapers like a little newsie?
No, I was actually trying to bring this little alien to his home planet before the government. come back and get him. And that's how I felt. I was up in the sky because he could actually make us rise up. And I got a little scared. I went, E.T. And then I fell down to earth.
And that's a wickedly different movie. That's a wickedly different movie.
Yeah.
E.T. dies
E.T.
on
dies.
face plates.
Ah!
And he looks like a smashed Butterfinger.
Yeah.
Or a smashed Reese's. Which one was it? Did he like it? I've never seen the movie.
It's Reese's.
Yeah, he just looks like a Reese's Pieces.
No, but for real, what actually happened was I was biking and this she's really mean. She's like a mean old lady on our street. She was like coming after me and she was like, I'm going to get your dog, And then
okay.
And then I just fell.
And it was like do.
Yeah, it was kind of like that.
And there was some kids that were wearing monkey costumes chasing you, maybe. Like a bunch of ravers.
Yeah, there's a bunch of ravers. There's a bunch of ravers
chasing you. Do.
That's kind of what happened there.
That's terrible. That's not actually what happened, though. That's not what actually happened.
What actually happened?
No, you were telling me that you were on a boat. You were riding your bike in this. You were on a boat, right?
I was riding my bike on a boat.
Yeah. Well, no, you were by a harbor.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And the mayor came up to you and they were like, we gotta shut down the. You were telling it, you gotta shut down the beach.
We gotta shut down the beach.
You gotta shut down the beach. You gotta
right. And then a big shark came and bit my elbow. I've never seen Jaws.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Well,
all right. Well,
did some kid fall off his bike in Jaws?
No. Neither did Wizard of Oz.
Well, they at least have a bike. There's at least bikes
a broom
in that. No. Miss Gulch is on her little bicycle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she puts the little dog in the bike, and then Dorothy's like, no!
Oh,
give it back!
I thought we were just doing classic movies.
Oh,
okay.
No, I wasn't.
All right, just tell me what happened.
No, for real, what happened was I'm trying to think of one more bike reference, and I can't. So I'll just say the truth. There was like a big pothole, and like the road had like a little ditch is the only way I can describe it. And
crack,
so I was, so I was deep in that crack. I was so in that crack.
You were deep in that crack, huh?
Yeah. And
wow.
so I'm pedaling and there's a hole coming up and I was like, I don't want to be in that hole. But I'm stuck in the crack.
Why are you doing it in such a sexy sort of like sultry thing? What is going on?
You know how sexy it is when I'm pounding my feet on the floor?
I don't want to go in that crack.
I can't go in that crack. So then to avoid the hole, I went up over the crack and then I went over the handlebars and then I right there and I felt this and I went uh-oh, but then I must have caught myself because this arm hurts and then I immediately stood up and some guys in the car were like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm fine, no worries.
No worries.
And then I'm like dragging my bike to the side of the road and
my God.
This other guy who's walking two little dogs, he's like, do you need help? And I was like, I really think I'm okay. I just gotta get I was going to host an open mic. I was like, I gotta get to my job. I gotta go host an open mic.
You said literally open mic.
Yeah.
And they're like, what's an open mic?
I couldn't even lie and say like, I've got to go. I gotta
go save a baby.
I gotta go save a baby. I couldn't even stretch the truth to like, I gotta go host at the Improv. You know, it's like, I gotta host an open mic. I'm an open mic comic.
You could even like slightly hyperbolize it to like a better, I'm gonna go to the Tonight Show and for my set or something.
Right, exactly. I had to be like, no, I'm an open micer. I'm an open mic comic.
That sucks. Wait, and so how did that person react to that?
Well, so then he was like,
moved on?
He was like, I don't think you're okay. You're bleeding. And I was like, huh? And that's when I felt like, oh, my tooth is cracked. I didn't notice that I had lost a full tooth. So then I was like, you're right. I think I got to sit down. And then I'm sitting down and then everything starts blacking out around me. It's like,
oh no,
going yellow and purple. And he's like, can you hear? If you can hear, you're okay. And I was like, yeah, but I can't really see. And it's like, everything's kind of pinholing. And I was like,
fuck.
I really think I'm not okay. And then I was like, I kind of came to a little bit. And then I was like, I need my phone. And I like stood up and ran over to the bike, grabbed my phone, dialed Jacob, my boss. Hi, Jacob. Called him. So this is maybe 2 minutes after the crash. And I'm like, I can't come into work. I've had a bike crash. And he's like, what? And I was like, you'll have to get someone else to host. I've crashed.
Wait, you didn't, so you immediately, that's a responsible worker right there.
Yeah, okay.
That's a work ethic right there.
I'm a really good cog in the machine.
Yeah.
Capitalism is my friend.
Yeah. Yeah, that your dad should be proud of you. I think, yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's a That's some deep Midwest.
I was like, don't call
responsibility.
911. I can't afford it, but I can't afford to lose this hosting job.
Yeah, you got to keep hustling.
I gotta keep hustling.
And then Jacob was all mad at you, like, well, can you find a replacement?
He was like, at such late notice? No, he was super nice about it.
Did you pass out eventually? Like, from
No,
it?
I never fully passed out. I just
Okay.
had a tiny little dot for vision.
And then while the guy was there, you were like, well, since you're here, you mind if I run my 5 minutes on you?
I was like, what do you think of this? What's the deal with bikes these days?
What's the deal with cracks, man?
Cracks? Bring crack back? I don't think so.
Jimmy crack corn, more like Claire crack teeth.
Crack that front tooth. Pretty good.
That sucks, man.
It's okay.
And you're bruised physically, but emotionally.
Well,
Bruised?
yeah. Well, wouldn't you know it? Okay, so like 3 weeks ago, I just had a bad week. You know, when you're just like feeling depressed.
Oh, yeah.
So I went out. And
Actually, no, I've never had
I've never felt that way. So I was like,
always winning, baby.
I'm always up. So I was like, I'm so depressed. I go out and talk about an open mic, like, I'm so depressed. Everyone's like, boo.
Comedians depressed, so not relatable.
Not relatable. So then I like go out and get a drink right after the open mic where I've said I'm so depressed. Someone breaks into my car.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Steals my purse, which has my joke book in it.
Yeah.
So then I'm like feeling low. So then I'm like, okay, this was a bad week, but next week it will go good. It will go good for you.
Yes.
And so then I'm like hitting open mics. I'm telling the story of my purse getting stolen. People are loving it. I got so many people reached out to me and they were like, you go, girl. Like, you're making a great lemonade out of this lemon.
Yeah. That's such a... Yes, uh-huh.
And so I'm like, yes.
Even I did. And you made some sketches out of it.
And I made some sketches out of it.
Very funny sketches.
And I
We'll
was like,
cut to that.
I'm on top of the world. Who needs my old jokes? Only good jokes ahead of me.
Yeah.
So it was 3 days of that. And then I fell off my bike. And... it was kind of down. I would say it was kind of down.
Downhill from there.
Kind of took a nosedive.
Literally.
Literally.
Oh, man.
And my mom's like trying to make me feel better. She was like, thank God it was your twisted tooth that came out. She's like, I only said that so you could have a joke, sweetie. I said that so you could have a joke.
That is okay. First off, are you ready to laugh at that? Because okay,
I'm saying it very dry. It was very funny at the time. She's not wrong. It was my twisted tooth.
First off, it's not something I clock about you. It's not. But
now that she said it.
But now that I am reminded that you maybe have not like perfectly straight. You did not have perfectly straight teeth.
Well,
when you just said that, that is so funny though. And
I
actually,
didn't have braces, and I was always like, my teeth are so straight. And then now it's all coming out. It's like, no, they weren't, because everyone's like, you're right, that tooth was twisted.
It's not. I'm like, okay, yeah. Oh, I guess you didn't have perfectly straight teeth.
Yeah.
And I guess. There's a bright side, man.
Side to this.
And you know what's funny? Okay, so my dad had this thing called Macias luck. He would say, it's Macias luck, give these goddamn Macias luck, because it would be just, everything bad happened to always Macias luck. In my mind, that's just called depression.
Yeah.
It's just like,
it's just called grow up.
It's just called, hey, I just see everything, everything's bad. What my therapist would also call goggles. Instead of rose-colored glasses, you just saw everything as bad, And, you could just kind of, which is a great therapy line. Just a great therapy line.
Things aren't going bad in your life. You're just looking at them negatively.
You just have like shit face.
When I look at you, I see shit.
You have goggles.
Okay.
He had a PhD and everything. That's what he, This is free therapy, by the way. So, what are you going to do? You get what you pay for. Yeah. This is my dad. And, but anyway, so yeah, it's to me, it's like perspective, right? Yeah. You could choose to be like, things are going so bad and, I got my thing stolen. And then, but I think as comedians, we naturally try to find a twist.
No, I literally, when things are going good for me, I'm kind of like,
yeah,
I got nothing to write about.
When
things are going horribly, I'm kind of like, nice. This is going to be a good 5 minutes.
This is going to be good.
Yeah, this is going to be $10,000 for new teeth and a solid 3 minutes of jokes that I never record and do nothing with.
This is going to be $10,000 for new teeth and 500 views on Instagram.
This is going to get me a good 40 likes.
Well, I'm glad there's a little bit of comedy out of this, and shout out to your mom for trying to make you feel a little bit better. Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I feel kind of like the hits start coming and they don't stop coming.
And they won't stop coming.
And who sings that?
Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth.
There you go. Right. Hell yeah.
Kind of a thinker, though.
Just a quick epilogue to that shit goggles story real quick.
Yeah.
I actually found out my friend went to the same therapist because one day he goes, he's like, man, I don't know. I'm like, I just got my shit goggles on. I was like, wait, you go to Jeremy?
Hold a second.
Do you see Jeremy?
Why am I having ear deja vu right now? I don't know who says that.
Because it's like, what other therapist? What are the chances? You know?
Yeah.
And that's we saw the same.
And then he was like, I gotta stop going because all I do is talk about you.
Yeah.
Like I'm just complaining about how bad you are.
And then the funny thing is that he might have, because we were roommates at the time.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
That's even crazier.
Yes. And it clicked because this same therapist was like, yeah, he would talk about his other patients sometimes. He would be like, yeah, I got this one patient and I don't know, he just moved to town and he's like really complaining about his roommates and stuff. And I just tell him sometimes, like, you got to see the bright side of life. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Sometimes you do. And then it was like, wait, that was about Lance.
Holy shit.
Yeah, pretty small world, right?
Yeah, really small world.
And I'm not gonna lie, Lance and I stopped being friends kind of around that time. I think it became a little bit of like.
Do you think your therapist do you think he was like, okay, just between us, Adam sucks, dude. Like, I hate that guy.
He thinks he's funny.
He's so annoying.
Gosh,
dude.
I gave him his best joke ever. He didn't even use it for 10 years. Shit goggles. God.
Ask me what I was wearing when I had my accident.
What were you wearing?
Victim blaming. Why would it matter what I was wearing?
When you were attacked by that street.
Just kidding, guys.
What were you wearing?
This shirt. I was wearing this shirt, so I wore it. I wore it today.
See, to be fair, ladies and gentlemen, I knew that,
yeah.
and I thought I was setting her up for a joke.
I set him up
for a joke.
Yeah.
That's why I laughed so hard at that attack.
Not because it was funny.
That attack, I was very surprised. Thank you so much, Claire. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you for having me.
I do have a funny story myself this week.
For once, Jesus, you bring us on and you're like, do all the work.
I have been, 2025 has been more about me.
Yeah, I noticed. I was like, when am I going to get to talk? I just have to be back here like, you're so funny.
Last time you were on, I did tell a whole ass story about Elon Musk. And so.
I know. And this time I was like, I'm going to break my face so that Adam will let me get one
God,
fucking word in.
We got to fucking do. Okay, let her speak. No, but I bombed in front of a TikTok influencer. Okay, so I rarely. Okay, so for anybody,
how big are we talking?
4 million followers. Yes.
Ooh.
And actually,
I thought you were gonna say like 50,000. You know?
No, like 4 million. One of the biggest, and I'm actually a fan of hers. I think her name is Mitsy Sanderson. That's her name. And
I know that girl who does all the wolf stuff.
Yeah, and and cringe, like straight up does cringe comedy.
Yeah,
and I think she's super funny.
Let me do my impression of her.
Yeah. yeah. Like what I love about her is like it's kind of low key bullying, but in like what I love about her, she does like she'll like find somebody. Her team like will find a cringe person on the internet, and then she'll just recreate that video full on perfect imitation. And my fear.
I know. What if she does us?
My fear.
What if she blacks out one of her teeth?
It literally is that happening. Like I because anything is cringe. The internet is cringe. So like I'm like, well, so whatever. I whatever. And it's to operate my life like this. But anyways, I bombed this weekend on a show. And I'm working on an hour of stand-up that I'm debuting in June called Macias at the Hollywood Fringe.
Get your tickets now.
Get your tickets now. They're I think they're it's going to be at the Yard. They're now on sale. Anyways, so I bombed, and I'm trying to, I'm questioning my reality about whether or not I should even be doing this.
Your race.
I'm questioning my race. Am I black? I don't know.
Jesus, Adam.
What?
Oh my God. You are.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Oh wow. It's huge
kidding.
for my career. Anyways,
now you won't get in trouble for saying the N-word all those times.
I got to republish my old tweets. But anyways, that's such a funny idea. Finding out I'm black. Finding the guy that gets a 23-year-old.
I guess I didn't have to delete those tweets, eh?
Getting a 23andMe and finding out you're like 5% black. Be like, holy shit, I'm republishing my tweets.
Unarchive.
Anyways, to bomb in this time in my kind of career as I'm preparing for this is it hurt a little bit. But what hurt even more was to bomb in front of industry. There was a casting director there. The owner of the club was watching, and a woman who I'm a fan of, multiple people who I'm a fan of, multiple influencers were there. One of the women from Almost Friday TV was there, and to bomb in front of all those people, and I mean bomb. Oh boy, do I mean bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you ever, like, I bombed so hard. I was bombing with my A+, like my general A+ material that I wrote in like stand-up 101 class.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that you are, like, I got nothing. There's nothing to bail out. Like the stuff if I was bombing, I would bail out.
Yeah, you'd be like, well, at least I got this.
I got this to do because I've never not succeeded. I've never gotten a chuckle
That's
on.
not true. I've heard you bomb on those jokes a million times.
But that's fair, which is fair. But I've like the stuff that's like, I've gotten something. This was nothing. And it was like, whoo boy. And then what hurt even more, which was like mind fucky, was that I brought up Misty because she was doing a character, and her character was a cringe comedian.
Oh no.
Who was like kind of bombing. So like she was getting laughs, right? For being cringy. And so I go up just a few people after her, and I'm doing normal comedy and bombing for real.
That's so. At least she didn't. I thought you were gonna say she went up after you and just did your jokes.
that would be bad.
That would be horrible.
She does like
If
one
she
of those
did, like-
legit bullying videos, but in
just
real
live,
time.
Yeah.
Which she kind of did actually, and like
Yeah.
she just like preemptively did it.
Yeah.
That was my stand-up set. Now I have some crowd work that I would like to test out. Hey, sir, can you stand up? Sit back down, that's my job.
Your job is to be funny too.
Yeah, and I think I've won the best.
I told her afterwards, I was like, I watched your set. I'm like, should I even be doing stand-up, Because it's like,
she was like, no.
she had one of those like, oh yeah, and like moved away. Like, I
She
don't
was
know,
like,
man.
don't get your bad energy on me.
But she
Don't
was,
get whatever you have going on. Near
she was
me.
very nice. And anyways, it was like a mind fuck. But there was this one thing that happened that was kind of weird in that like I had people tell me afterwards that it was good.
Oh.
That it was like, oh no, like the people that were in the booth and like the owner of the club were like, oh, you did great. Like, no, you got to go check the tape. It was really good. And this is the part that I was like, we were talking before of like, oh, sometimes.
Sorry, guys, you weren't there. We were talking before.
Sometimes when you record a set and you're like, oh, I did awesome. And then you check the recording and it's like, oh, actually it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, no, you got to check the tape. Like, no, you're going to see like the audience loved you. We loved you. You did so good. You did so good. And I was like, really? You're like blowing my mind right now. Like I bombed out there. Like you're blowing my mind. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, actually there was that one woman that was laughing pretty good. And okay. And I was like, okay, I actually did get that one woman really good. So maybe it was I don't do clubs very often.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not used to the acoustics of a club and all this stuff. And I was getting like, all right, cool. Like I did
It's
actually,
probably fine.
I did all good. And then I checked the tape and I was like, nah, I fucking
No,
bombed.
no.
Fucking bombed.
No, it was silent.
No.
It was actually.
No, they were just slurping me up for some reason. Like, why? Why'd you do that? Why?
Maybe they thought you were gonna kill yourself.
That-
You know, not to make this about me, because I've had such a bad week, but I felt my boss said, "Are you worried this is a sign?" After I felt like that you should move away from LA, and I was like, "Why don't you just ask me if I should kill myself?" Like, what the hell? And so then I was ruminating, like, does everyone think I should kill myself? Like, is that how bad my life is? And as I'm thinking that, I'm walking down the street, and a girl driving a car leans, like her friend leans out the window, is like, yourself.
No
and
way.
I was like,
Shut the up.
okay, I get it. Like,
No.
yes.
I'm sorry I'm laughing at that, but that's an insane thing.
Insane.
Who just a random
A random person.
and you were holding a swastika at the time, though, right?
Yeah. I had actually tell me to kill myself tattooed on my forehead.
Don't tell it. Wait, that's crazy.
Crazy.
Wild.
I know. And so it's me and my boyfriend walking down the street, and I was like, did she just yell, kill yourself? And he was like, it wasn't at you. It wasn't at you. She was probably just talking to the person in the car, and it just sounded like she was yelling. But I felt like,
okay, so that's shit goggles.
it is shit goggles, but if you're looking from a sign for the universe, like, universe, tell me I shouldn't kill myself.
Yeah,
And then it's like,
yeah.
kill yourself. It's like, all right, I'm looking for one more sign, universe. One more good one.
The knife falls down perfectly in your hand.
Yeah.
Like, ah.
I'm shaving my legs and it just falls apart. It's like,
perfectly actually just right next to
Yeah,
your
you're
wrist.
like,
And not even the horizontal, it's the vertical
Yeah,
side,
it's-
which is a good way.
pops up that way. You're like,
It's just actually perfectly balanced, not even on his side. It's just like right there. Like, I don't know what's going on. That's fucked up.
That's the end of this podcast. It's just you and me. Just like, and that's the show.
That's wild. That was wild. That's crazy. And don't do that, obviously.
Obviously,
Please
guys, please don't do that.
No. Claire.
What was that sound outside? It was another person saying, do it. Just kidding.
No, but seriously, yeah, everybody be honest, but also, there's always next time. And there's
You can
always a
always-
brighter spot.
You
and
can
stuff.
always kill yourself next time. You can always kill yourself.
But that said, after that moment, I think this story is funny to me. And I like, hey, once you bomb in front of like industry, like it really is like only up from there, in my opinion. And I've had really good sets since then. So whatever.
And I feel like if the like booker at the club is like, you didn't bomb. I mean, they
Yeah.
probably said it because they liked your material.
Yeah.
And bookers aren't
Exactly.
like,
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like she liked my material
Yeah.
at least. So anyways, that's it's been a wild week for both of us. Obviously mine more. But it's speaking of just me getting upset about life, there's been people are pretty upset about life. Apparently you haven't heard about any of this because you've been stuck in a hole, just hiding away in your apartment. But things are getting pretty wild out there. So let's talk about the wild things happening in the world. First off, let's start off a little bit light. A TikTok influencer who, I guess, exposed a cheating boyfriend in South by Southwest, but there is a twist.
the boyfriend was her brother. Just
What-
kidding. I didn't mean to give away the ending.
If your name is Sarah and your boyfriend's name is Jake and he was in Austin, Texas for South by Southwest this weekend and your best friend's name is Amanda, this video is for you.
Okay, first off, I love these types of videos.
I'm addicted to these kinds of videos.
It's so much drama, and I don't know who started these originally, but it's a weird trend that happens. If you've never seen one of these, but a lot of people are, it's where you observe cheating happening and then you rat them out on TikTok.
yeah.
And this is the most recent one, but it's not, they're usually kind of like not worth talking about on the show, but the follow-up video to this
Is?
is.
Okay, but have you seen the ones where they're just exposing people talking shit about their friends? They're like, if your name's Katie,
yeah.
all of your friends fucking hate you. And it's like, are we not allowed to bitch about our friends sometimes? The cheating ones I love, but
Yeah, that's it. It's fucked up.
yeah.
Also, please, guys, if you see me talking about Claire, leave it. Be cool.
Guys,
But also, if anybody sees anybody talking about me, tell me about it. That would drive
expose
me
them immediately.
immediately and make it go viral. Punish them.
It honestly makes me feel bad because I assume that my friends are always talking shit about me behind my back.
Yeah.
And when
Who doesn't?
when
Obviously.
I don't see expose videos on it, I'm like, so you guys aren't even talking about me?
You guys don't care about me at
So
all?
you guys aren't even mentioning me because I know the only time you talk about me is when you're talking shit about me. So which one is it? Do you care about me or not?
Do you hate me or do you just not think about me?
or am I just nothing to you?
Shit goggles. Okay, here we go.
Let's watch.
If your name is Sarah and your boyfriend's name is Jake and he was in Austin, Texas for South by Southwest this weekend and your best friend's name is Amanda, this video is for you. This is probably the most disgusting, vile thing I've ever experienced. I'm so sorry.
So much
I was at
visceral.
brunch this Saturday and I was seated right next to your boyfriend and your best friend. You might be thinking, why was my best friend there? My best friend wasn't in Austin this weekend. Yes, she was. She was there with your boyfriend. Your friend was gonzo. Like, it was bad. It was 11 a.m. and this girl is screaming. So I heard every single thing she said. They were talking about how your boyfriend had said that he was going on a business trip to go to South by Southwest events, and your friend told you that she was visiting her family. But that's not true. They were fully on a couples trip, very touchy at the table, holding hands, flirting, like kissing. Gross. Also,
Okay, so lots of how I'm already seeing so much detail in this.
Yeah.
This couple must have been fucking hammered to
Yeah.
be telling this much exposition, right?
Yeah, I know. Like, there's a lot. Also, I'm so sorry. This girl has hands so loud I can't hear the story. Hey,
It's hands so loud it's a ventriloquist act.
oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like a puppet show.
This is also a weird thing. I feel like Gen Z and stuff have like, if you notice, like what's it, Dean, whatever his name is, who's like a debater. They all like this is just something they have now. That I think it's just a
I'm
trend.
Gen Z, so I talk like that
they
too.
all just kinda
It's
like-
just my elbow's broken. That's why I can't talk like that. But I'm Gen Z. I'm really
these
young.
TikTokers, they all just like they have these very loose. They all just kind of all talk, and it's not even like the loose wrist thing. They all have hands that fit in a vertical frame.
Yeah.
So they none of them talk like I guess Italians if you want, but they don't have loud things. They all just fit in like this. They all fit in a vertical frame, so they can. It's very weird. Are you laughing at the Italian reference or
Yeah.
the vertical
Well,
thing?
also this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a weird thing that like they're so evolved into the vertical phone. Anyways, agreed. They're very loud and distracting. Also, her lip filler is crazy, but no shame.
We were at brunch. I was like, actually, calm down. This is disgusting. Nobody here wants to see this. And she's sitting there being like, when are you going to leave Sarah? And he's like, soon, babe, I will. But we have a few months of our lease left. And I need her dad's help finishing up with this contract. I don't know what contract they were talking about, but your dad should not be helping that man get any kind of contract.
Like it's so much drama in
Yeah.
this, right? It almost
It
seems
seems
fake, right?
It seems like, "Mwah-ha-ha."
Yeah.
And once I get the contracts in order, it's like spelling out the whole plan.
It's like an Apple. It's very Apple TV
Yeah.
billionaire style. I'm like, all right. I'm thinking she made this story up.
Yeah.
Like as an influencer, like, oh my god, this is where we're at. Like it's very peak like TikTok. We're just creating fake content
Yeah.
for engagement, right?
He's sitting there trying to play a good guy too. He's like, yeah, it's been really hard for me. Like, she thinks that we're going to get engaged soon and I'm going to end it to be with you. Oh yeah, things have been really hard for you, Jake. Like, really hard. I know nothing that I can say is going to make this better, but you dodged the biggest bullet of your life because this man was terrible to the waitress. She came and was delivering the drinks, spilled a little bit of water on the table. He looks at her and he
pulled
goes,
out a gun.
you actually have one job. Can you just do it right? South by Southwest in Austin is so busy.
We're in
These restaurants
Texas,
are
bitch. Sorry, keep going.
Pulls out a gun. Makes her
Pistol whips her.
Makes her not get an
And
abortion.
I was that waitress.
This whole story is. This is why we wanted to talk about
That's
this.
the twist.
This woman is probably so stressed, and your boyfriend, ick, Biggest ick in the world. Literally disgusting.
Okay, so this is the part where I'm like, all right, now I'm starting to believe her because of this detail about this man being shitty to a waiter. I was like, I don't know. I'm starting to believe it now. I don't know why she hypnotized me.
A man would never be shitty to a waitress.
Yeah, I've never seen.
You
I don't know why.
Come here, sugar tits.
There's just something.
Get me my Sherry Temple.
There's just something about. I don't know. I got hypnotized by it, but the level of acting at by this point, I'm like into it or something. I don't know.
She's hitting the Richard Nixon right now. Okay.
And your friend's makeup was smeared all over her face. Like the girl had obviously been sweating. It's getting a little warm in Austin. Mascara smeared everywhere. It was bad. It was not a cute look. And yes, obviously I got photos of them together, but I didn't want him to be able to come back and be like, babe, what are you talking about? We just ran into each other randomly, didn't even know she was in Austin. So I also got videos of them having conversations where it's very clear that they're together. He's calling her baby. They're holding hands. Like I got you. I got you. And I know this is actually like horrible, earth-shattering news if this is your boyfriend and your best friend. But imagine being your friend and not only being so backstabbing, so conniving, so unempathetic, a terrible human, but then also having to fake a trip, lie to all their friends to go on this trip with the guy they're seeing, and they literally like can't post anything about it. They have to lie about it because they know they're in the wrong. Like
they can't even post anything about it. Can you imagine going on a trip and not even being able to post about it? Holy, okay, not to be all like, these phones are ruining our lives, but that's so funny to be like, that would be, can you imagine how low you have to be to go on a trip and not even post about it? Sorry.
No, I mean, it's great. That's a great pickup on this. I just think, again, it's these little tiny details. I'm like, all right, I think I'm starting to believe her of like, what a weird thing to add. If this was fake, weird thing to add, right? Right.
But this is the thing. I love watching these videos. I love the drama. But she is getting so much glee out of this.
Yeah, she's getting way too much glee.
She is like, I'm so sorry, girlfriend. I'm so sorry. I have to be the one to tell you this because I'm going to get 700,000 likes.
Yeah, she's probably in the beta program. She's getting money from this video for sure.
Look at her big smile.
Like, that's really, really sad. Really, you can't. No, there's nobody else.
Mean
Literally
girl
nobody
status,
else
for
likes
sure.
you. That like you have to go for him. Like, it's pathetic. It really is pathetic. So Sarah, if this is you, if you think this might be you, message me. I'll send you the photos. I'll send you the videos, and I'll help you get whatever payback you may want.
Okay, so
she cut off his dick and balls.
So she's dead now. No, all
and
right.
That girl did.
All right, so here's the follow-up video. And I have a lot more questions. I think it adds a lot more questions than it does answers.
Okay.
But I've never seen this done before, and it's a we were talking about how this is a form of TikTok video.
Yeah.
Now this is a new variation on the form.
Wait. Okay, let me.
Do you want to guess?
What if that couple was just like doing insane role play? Like, what if is that it?
Y'all, this mystery has been solved, and it's actually very good news, but very strange. I got a message from a girl saying, oh my gosh, this video is about me and my boyfriend. When I look at her profile photo, it's Amanda. But the name on the account was not Amanda. She told me that sometimes her and her boyfriend like to do bits when they're out, so they decided that when they went to brunch.
Do bits?
Do bits.
This is crazy. Bits? I mean, they were doing a full-on like theater play.
Oh, sorry you're not kinky, Adam. Okay, sorry you weren't in drama school and you're dating your high school boyfriend who's also in drama class with you. And sometimes you guys like to have a little fun.
We like to do bits. Hey, you f***ing waitress piece of shit.
She's like, that wasn't a bit. That's just him. That's a red flag for me, honestly.
No, that's where did the bit die? When the waiter hey, you have one f***ing job. Anyways, we're cheating.
I'm here with my girlfriend's best friend.
Anyways, we're cheating on each other. Hey, you f***ing trash person.
You f***ing poor piece of
I will f***ing end your life if you spill water on me.
She's like, babe, you're taking this too far. That's not your character. He wouldn't do something like that. He's a cheater, not a monster. Okay, I am on. None of this happened. She posted it for clout, and now
people backlashed on her bad
acting. Has to be like, this is what it is.
I think, I was starting to get that too. Of like, okay, I was trying to get more suspicious. about it. But
brunch, they were gonna pretend to be these people in this like forbidden relationship. Okay. I mean, I have pretended that me and my best friends were sisters at the bar, but I don't think I've ever done a bit like that in broad daylight. But because that's what they wanted to do. She said that they had been together for a couple of years, and this is just something they do that keeps a relationship exciting and fun.
See, this is why I think it's fake, because I don't think if that was you, you would come clean about it. You wouldn't be like, you wouldn't feel the need to be like, sorry, our relationship, it's not good in the bedroom, so to spice things up, we pretend to be other people. You wouldn't do that. You would just be like, whatever, I don't care. Like,
oh, hey, you see this? We did it.
Like,
I mean,
you wouldn't need to come clean like, oh, it's me and my boyfriend doing that.
It would make it.
I would just be like,
yeah, I would imagine the role play would be it would make the role play sex better, right? Like,
right, that you're like
so convincing.
So convincing everyone thinks we're doing
We got
it.
1 million views off of our scene.
So this is why I think this is fake. I think this is all fake. And I think in this video she'll be like, and if you want clear skin like me, then link in the bio.
Lick my I have a
lick my clit.
Lick my clit.
You'll never get skin like this. It's 100% Botox.
Yeah, this is crazy. But also, like, the energy change is very interesting to me.
But she did show me proof that they have been together for multiple years.
Way less
and
excited.
Their names are not Jake and Amanda. They made them up. Like, they fully just put on a character. And she was like, yeah, I remember sitting next to you. So, yeah, I know. I knew immediately when you started talking that this was
like, I was fake drunk,
I
too.
recognized you.
She was like,
that was fake mascara, but I've
she was
smeared
like,
all over my
and
face, by
I
the way.
remember you saying a slur. So let's not expose people here. Because I have a recording of you. Do you want me to expose that? And it's not the one you think it is. I know you thought I didn't catch that one, but I did.
I saw you go back into the kitchen.
Okay.
I know which one you
I
were
know
saying.
What you fucking said.
So
why don't you watch your fucking mouth?
In this way, I thought that really I was going to end up finding this girl that had a terrible boyfriend and a terrible best friend. But, you know, this is a lot better. This is a lot better. There's not a Sarah out there that's about to have her life absolutely turned upside down. This was just not a chapter in the story that I was anticipating.
I don't know, man. Let's see. Who's this woman? How many followers does she have? Oh, she only has 53. Oh, wait. Is that 534? 534,000 followers. And
13.2 million likes.
Kelsey Gordon. Kels Gordon. Shout out to Kels Gordon. Kels Gordon. I mean, yeah, I don't know. So be careful out there. You might be.
Loyal viewers, sound off in the chat. You think real, you think fake.
Yeah.
Give the video a thumbs up if you think real and a thumbs up if you think fake.
Let me ask, would you ever do this sort of thing with your partner? Would you ever do like a full-on bit, like, and not even, I don't want to be
setup.
I want to be pervy about this, but would you ever?
Because you know my mom watches this show when I come on. You know my mom is a loyal viewer. Okay?
Oh, God. Okay.
So it's such a setup to be like, do you do kinky shit with your boyfriend?
That's not what I literally,
yes, it is.
You interrupted me from saying, I don't want to be pervy. And I'm going to say,
I don't want to be pervy.
I don't want to be pervy, but what do you guys like in the bedroom?
But what gets you hot?
I don't want to be pervy. And I'm just going to open it up to generally, would you do this with your partner, even not for the sex part of it, but just to be like, hey, let's do a bit. Because there's like, a bit to me implies we're doing comedy and like improvisers in my mind, like two improvised comedians, like two comedy comedians, like improvisers. I don't know, like a Lauren Lapkus and a Ben Schwartz or something like that would do this if they were together. Would you do this?
Well, I feel like I do stuff like this all the time. Like I, like Jackson will kiss me and I'll be like, "You're the best brother," or like, like, or we'll be at a restaurant and they're like, "Are you celebrating anything?" I'm like, "He just proposed," So like, I feel like,
so
those aren't super creative, but you
do like legitimate. But would you take it to the level of like full on
we're having an
theater scene?
Well, because I feel like Jackson, I love him so much. He will just be like, I'm not doing it. So then it's just me being like,
yes and it.
And my best friend is your girlfriend.
Okay, let's do that real quick. Okay, so here. So you guys celebrating anything today, or?
Yeah, we're celebrating. I guess it's technically our first date.
No, I'm sorry. Actually, no, we've been together for 10 years.
Well,
that's I don't
you
know.
can't tell
Sorry.
people that because it's a secret 10 years. You see, I'm his girlfriend's best friend.
No, we.
And we're here on an affair trip.
No, we were high school sweethearts. We met in high school and we moved out.
But then
from
we broke
Michigan
up. Then we broke up and he started dating my best friend.
I don't know why.
But we carried the flame for each
Claire,
other for a long
Claire,
time.
why are you doing this?
You're no good in bed. You're no good in bed, and we gotta keep it spicy.
Claire, this is our lunch break. Like I gotta go back to work.
Oh,
do we have a whole
so
thing?
our quickies all done for you. It just is like more uncomfortable when it's like the truth. There's a TikTok and it's like, if you are this guy's girlfriend, there's something wrong. Like, don't.
Cut to the TikTok. Okay, I was at South by Southwest in a Chili's. And I was next to this couple, and I think you guys might need counseling. And I was just wondering, like, maybe BetterHelp is sponsoring this TikTok.
And she also has to get a tooth.
Oh my God. Wow. We're almost at an hour here.
What? Well, we're gonna have to cut out like half of this.
Let's see. Do we? There's so much more we can talk about here, but
well, we can keep talking, and you really can cut out. I feel like I would rambled about my fucking tooth.
No. That was all gold. Are you kidding me?
And
gold
speaking of gold, they're putting one in.
So we all know that things are going kind of crazy in these town halls recently. People are upset with what's going on in the government, rightfully so, in my opinion. But occasionally, some of these questions and answers are getting pretty wild, and this one in particular is my favorite. So let's check it out.
I love this one.
That being said, how will you respond to the allegations that you've been using the LGBT dating app Grindr in secret? This is my wife.
And then he said, "This is my wife."
This is my wife.
Not an answer, not a denial.
How can I respond to those? This is my wife.
Here's my beard.
Okay. Ever heard of a lavender marriage?
So anybody just listening, it's we're seeing a town hall, and there's a caption that says Representative Bumgardner. Oh,
Bumgardner.
Unfortunate name.
Oh, he's been plowing that bum. he's been finding those holes to fall into.
He's been hoeing it for sure in a bump. He's been using his hose for sure at a Washington District 05 town hall, and a Republican. Shout out to this guy. I don't know if it's true or not, but this is the type of petty shit that we need. Yeah. We need to be throwing these people.
When they go low, we go
lower.
Whole.
We go whole.
I don't know.
No, I like it.
Sorry, guys. I had a concussion. That's why I'm not funny this week.
Made me laugh so far. No, that's my thinking.
Made me laugh so fart? You want me to fart?
Yeah, make me laugh.
So fart. Is that what you said?
No.
What did you say?
So far.
Oh. Anyways.
Did you have a concussion recently? Like today, right now?
Clonked my head out.
No. Yeah, so these town halls, you said you haven't seen any of these clips.
No, I didn't see that at all.
So these clips are crazy. So, people are protesting what's going on with, especially Doge and stuff like that.
Yeah. People hate that dog.
They hate that Shiba Inu. This is just legitimately crazy. Like, this is a Republican. No, this is Nebraska.
Yeah.
Okay. This is wild to me. Nebraska. Okay. A constituents. This is Mike Flood, U.S. Representative, Nebraska.
Here's the deal. That $36 trillion number is not going away. It is not going away unless we deal with Medicare and Medicaid.
Okay, so he's talking about literally money. And he's like, listen, it's not going to go away unless we take your money, okay?
Let's remain calm. Ultimately, where we
Okay, so what we didn't hear because of the microphone is this.
Tax
There's chanting tax. These are all Republicans chanting tax the rich.
But it's like,
that's what we should be doing, right?
I know.
That's
like,
wild.
That's coalition, right? Like that is, and it's so messed up to be like, oh, I mean, like now I'm going to get emotional, but like me being on Medicare, like it's like, yeah, if I didn't have that, I would be so right now.
Yeah.
With like hospital bills and with everything. And so it's like these people feel the same way, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
And they're just trying to like
they're trying to take it away from us.
Right, exactly. And
yeah.
It's so good to see coalition among people that it's like, yeah, you live in a red state, but that doesn't mean that like the policies of the government aren't affecting you just because you voted for them. And it's like, and it's unfortunate that you're learning it right now, but that doesn't mean we can't bring these people into a coalition.
100%. I think what is crazy to me about this is like, that is such a socialist idea to tax the rich.
Yeah.
When it's like, no, man, just pay your fair share.
Yeah.
And I think it's like, I love the idea of saying tax the rich, but I think it's like, I think we might need to change some of the messaging. So maybe we can work on some of this.
Oh yeah, that's
so like,
good.
Okay, so tax the rich. Like, how about we guillotine billionaires free ride or something like that?
Yeah, that's
okay.
Good.
Or like stop calling it tax cut. Well, what would you call it instead?
Like circumcision.
It's
a tax circumcision because we're not feeling it.
Yeah.
That's good, right? Because you feel less when you get circumcised.
Yes.
That's good.
Tax circumcision, or like it's the billionaires, they're trying to get a $3 trillion tax cut. It's like, no, billionaires, they're trying to get a $3 billion blow job.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like
they're trying to get a anal sex.
But anyways, people are fucking mad. It's crazy out there.
It's a good thing you're not though. You kind of don't.
I don't give a shit.
You've kind of been like tapped out.
I've been so chill about it.
You've been like, whatever.
I haven't made any videos about it at all. At all. All right. Well, I did want to show Bernie real quick.
Today we are here to say,
this is him in
very
Las Vegas.
loudly and clearly, no, we will not accept an oligarchic form of society where a handful of billionaires run the government. No, we will not accept an authoritarian form of society with a president who undermines the Constitution every day and is working aggressively to take away.
I mean, I love this, but goddamn, he's looking old. It's like, God, we missed so many shots with him.
There. Wouldn't it be funny if someone was watching this speech and they were like, yes! And then they were like, okay, I'm going to go gamble for a little bit because it's Las Vegas. They hit like a huge jackpot. They win like millions of dollars. And then they're like, I'm out. Never mind.
You know what?
Get rid of the gift tax.
They just immediately like MAGA hat.
Yeah, it's like they just turn it around.
Yeah,
they just hand that to you when you hit the jackpot. They're like, and you'll need one of these.
And you'll need one of these.
He goes down. And he's like, boo.
Bernie wins the jackpot. He's like, listen, guys. Listen about the tax the rich thing. I was just thinking maybe we were a little too harsh.
Our freedom of speech and freedom of assembly. At this particular moment, this pivotal moment in American history, despair is not an option. Giving up is not acceptable, and none of us have the privilege of hiding under the covers.
Why do I feel like he's talking to himself? This is what he says to the mirror. Like every day, he's like, giving up is not an option.
Okay, but I would feel like he was talking to me. Because what have I done this week is be like, my elbow's broken. It's like, you got to get up, Claire, okay?
Yeah.
Democracy's calling. And I'm like, my tooth's broken. Oh, you know what's, sorry, the most fucked up thing about this tooth situation?
What?
Is because I didn't realize my tooth had fallen out until I was already at the ER. So I didn't even get to put it under my pillow. No money from the tooth fairy.
What?
Stop, isn't it?
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
Check under your pillow.
No. Okay, back to Bernie.
You just put a coin in your mouth.
Oh, I thought it was my tooth.
No.
I thought I would get to take it home.
Oh,
The Tooth Fairy doesn't know where you live. The Tooth Fairy knows where I live.
I am the Tooth Fairy, is what I'm saying.
Oh. Damn it. I can never
The
follow that.
stakes are just too high. And let us never forget,
9/11.
real change
Oh.
only occurs
Me too.
when ordinary people at the grassroots level stand up against oppression and injustice and fight back. While I am not a mathematician, I do know that 99% is a hell of a lot bigger number than 1%.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I believe from the bottom of my heart, if we do not let Trump and his friends divide us up by the color of our skin, or where we were born, or our religion, or our sexual orientation, if we stand together as one people, fighting for justice, there is nothing that we cannot do.
I mean, bro, better watch out, man. That is some good talking.
Yeah.
That's some good talk. He said a little MLK, and you know what they did to him. You know what they did to him. I'm
God,
scared.
if-
I'm honestly scared for Bernie.
Can you imagine if he died? Gone in his prime, you know what I mean? That'd be crazy.
God, it is prime.
They're like, he died of natural circumstances. Like, I want to see the CIA
I know.
held
that's-
accountable for
They're
this.
just like, wait, you're like, listen, guys,
How
we
old
didn't
is he?
do it.
83?
He's very old.
Yeah.
Older than Biden.
He better watch out. He might die soon. It's like, yeah, Adam, I don't know how to tell you this. He might die soon. It's kind of the whole problem.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why we never voted for him for president for the last 8 years, even though he's just been around this whole time.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of this. Is he's like, for the last 8 years, he could have been president 3 times. He was too old the whole time. All right, anyways.
Not like my man Joe Biden.
Not my-
Young chicken.
Not my boy Joe.
81.
Or Trump. But anyways, speaking about old, we've come to the older part of the show where this is the last part of the show is a new segment called the Wild Wheel.
Ooh.
Yes. Well, I don't think you've played this part.
I
This
don't think I
game.
have.
This game.
I've done the hat one.
Oh, okay, cool. So this is called the Wild Wheel. You spin this. Each one of these. What I've decided is I don't want to decide the last segment anymore. So fate will decide.
I'm Adam Macias. I'm sick of planning. My one job is to come up with bits.
I'm
done with it.
The irony is I now plan all of these in advance, and we only get to do 2. But so you spin this.
Yeah.
We play a game.
Yeah.
We play one of these games. So spin away.
Spin away.
Spin
Okay,
away.
here I go.
Oh, shit. Do you want me to spin for you?
No, I'll do it. I love being on your show. Oh my God.
My God, please. Oh my. Oh, well, you're in luck. Wildflowers
Whoa!
is the game. All right, so what I'm going to show you something,
Okay.
and I want you to give this person their flowers. Okay?
This is hardcore porn.
Okay, here we go.
What's up, guys? It's Wolf here, and you guys are probably concerned of what I'm doing, and I am in a tree. And I'm also at a creek. And I wanted you guys to know that at this creek, I will be doing some Kung Fu videos out here. And the reason why I came up with this is because I have seen some Kung Fu warriors and ninja warriors and karate warriors do some of their martial arts out at a creek like this. So I thought of to do the same thing. And I think it's going to be pretty fun. And Cobra Kai actually kind of gave me the idea too, because it shows
Great idea.
of the students at Coyote Creek doing a challenge of getting their headbands. And I wanted you all to know that soon I'll be doing Kung Fu.
Oh, he doesn't even
at
do
this
it.
Creek.
He doesn't even do
Wolf
it.
out. What's up, guys?
Wolf out.
Wolf out.
So this is a real man, a real person.
Oh my God.
This is not a bit. This is a person who's actually into.
I gotta give him his flowers. I can't do that right now. I can't punch like that right now. I only got one arm. Now, in that first video, is someone holding the camera for him, or is it just like strung up?
No.
There's movement.
He's got
he's got a little stick.
A little selfie stick. Yeah, he's by himself.
But I can't believe he left us hanging like, soon you'll see me do karate at this creek. Where is it? I'm not seeing a single video of him doing karate at the creek.
Hey guys,
this is a field.
And I wanted to show you that
this is the creek.
That's the creek?
So around here, I'll be doing some training. And I'll be doing some videos.
He keeps planning on it.
Okay, but they do say success is 99% preparation. This is the creek?
He keeps planning. It doesn't do it.
Okay, also, it's so funny to be like, I got inspiration from Cobra Kai. The like one martial art thing that is just the white guys. Like, not even Karate Kid. Not even the Karate Kid.
Mr. Miyagi. Yeah.
Like, no. The one where it's like only the white guys are in it. That's the one that inspired me.
Okay. So Claire Jolliffe, please give this man.
What's up, guys?
Wait, so what does give him his flowers mean? Just what do I like about this video?
So give him your flowers. Compliment this man. And by the way, they can be backhanded compliments. That's the bit.
Oh, the bits, they can be backhanded compliments?
The bit is backhanded compliments.
The bit is backhanded compliments? Yeah. Okay, I feel like to go into a karate video with jeans on means you must have a very high opinion. Like, that's a level of confidence that I would not have. I would definitely would think, I'm going to do karate. I should probably get the costume. And to go, I don't need the materialism of karate.
Yeah.
Karate flows through me. I'm doing it in my blue jeans.
Yeah, I love that.
That's pretty confident.
I love that.
I love that you're doing this clearly before spring has sprung, shoulders out. I think going tank top in late winter, early spring shows strength. It shows a kind of Cobra quality. Yeah, mental strength.
Mental strength.
That's what he's trying
to. Not physical.
He's showing like, I'm planning to do videos here. Part of my preparation, the mental strength.
Yes.
To wear the tank top in the late winter, early spring.
I love the idea. I love that you posted a video about going to do Kung Fu. And then the storytelling of deciding to not do it. I think that's just like, that is like, what a Quentin Tarantino twist. That I think, honestly, if this Kung Fu shit doesn't work out, hey man, get into movie making.
I really have to feel like, we're here like, oh, you didn't show us. He got my view.
He got my
whole view. And then I go, where's the Kung Fu?
Yeah.
I better go on his page and keep looking. He knows how to do clickbait.
Yeah.
Clickbait is saying, I'm going to be doing some Kung Fu by this creek.
Yeah.
And then you're like, where's the Kung Fu?
Yeah.
Where's my fucking Kung Fu?
You did some, hey man, maybe you're going for Cobra Kai, but you're more like Johnny Woo, okay? Which is, throw some doves over there. You're Johnny Woo, buddy. Yeah. Look up that guy. That's who you are. I love that about you. And I love that for you. You can do whatever you want. Wolf, you're allowed to do. We love this for you.
You think Wolf is his given name or you think it's his chosen name?
Actually, side note, I met a kid named Wolfie and, my wife and I were thinking about having kids. And I was like, I think I would be fine.
You guys are?
We're trying to have a kid.
You guys are having sex?
No, don't jinx it. I don't.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to.
I was going to say.
I'm trying to have a.
You should not procreate. Your gene should end with you.
I'm thinking about asking her this weekend. Maybe we could do it.
Send her a little note.
But I met a kid named I knew a kid named Wolfie with my ex because there was we went to a daycare thing and I was thinking about it. Anyways, long story. Anyways, knew a kid named Wolfie and I was like, you know what? I wouldn't mind naming my kid Wolfie. Wolfie Macias? That's fucking sick, dude. Hey, so change your... Hey, Wolf, sick name. I love that. That's your name.
The only guy I ever knew named Wolf had alopecia all over his body. Not a scrap of hair on him.
Up.
That's completely true.
Oh, well, Thanks so much. Enjoy your flowers. Okay, here's my spin.
Okay. Oh, I'm Adam. I have use of my elbow.
Wild guess. All right, great. This is a great one to end on. This is called Wild Guess, where you and I.
Oh, I just think of a number. Okay.
Actually, very similar. We think of a word separately, not together. We think of a word separately, and we try to guess the same word at the same time. So on the count of 3, we'll say a word, and hopefully it's the same word, and we'll keep trying to guess the same word.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1.
Fandango.
Cheater. Fandango and cheater.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, I have to think. I know you're not going to say this word is the problem.
Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Heist.
Movie and heist.
Movie heist.
Movie, and they can be phrases.
Okay. It doesn't have to be a single word.
Yeah.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Ocean's 11. Awesome.
It's because of my arm.
I get it. No.
Also, I wanted to put my dirty shoe on your hand.
It's so
yes.
So gross.
3. That's pretty good. Have other people played this?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What have other people gotten it in?
We've gotten it. I think 3's usually. I think that might be one of the best. To be honest with you, you fucking crushed it.
I don't have to kill myself.
Crushing it. Well, Claire, thank you so much for coming on the show. Is there anything you would like to plug aside from your gap in the
I'd like to plug this up.
I should have let you. Do the joke.
No, you should have done the joke.
But is there anything you'd like to plug before we head out?
Yes, my bag was stolen. So if you stole my bag, it was in a Red Jeep Patriot.
Look
this
under your pillow.
3 weeks ago outside. If you broke into a Red Jeep Patriot, give me back my joke
Give
book.
it back, my.
Okay, you can find me at Creepster Claire.
Yeah.
On everything. But I don't want anyone following me because they think I'm funny. I only want whoever stole my purse to give me back my joke book.
You only have burglars following you at this point.
Yeah.
And heisters.
They're like, you stole my heart and I stole your bag. Here you go.
Here you go. Well, shout out to hopefully you get your journal back.
It's gone. It's long gone.
Yeah, it's probably. But that's all good.
No good jokes in there anyways.
Tell me that. But yeah, everybody should go follow her. She's very funny, and she posts. You have some great videos out there, especially on this bag material. It's very funny. She made a very funny sketch about it. Everybody, you should go watch it. You can follow me at Adam R. Mack. If you're looking for some daily sketches, I am posting at least weekly sketches. I don't know why I said daily, but I am posting weekly sketches on my YouTube channel at Adam Tells Jokes. You can find me there for all the fun stuff. And if you like this show, and if you have ever just absolutely ate shit in front of, well, hey, you ate shit. And then I ate shit.
Look at that.
Whoa. If you've ever eaten shit physically or mentally, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear your story on the YouTube channel. I would love to hear about it. So, looking forward to reading those. But before we go, we are going to end the show like we always do. We're going to look down the barrel of that camera. And we're going to say, I'm going to kill myself. No, we're going to look down the barrel of that camera, put it in our mouth, and say, that was wild. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. That was wild!